Hi friends, it's Maddie of the Girly Geek and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm sharing with you a plan with me for two very festive December weekly spreads in my Happy Planner. I celebrate Christmas, so that's the theme I'm going with for these, and I'm super thrilled with how beautiful they turned out, which you'll see very soon. If you haven't seen my last video, I am planning way ahead for the month of December as I'm going to be overseas visiting family and I won't be able to bring a lot of planner supplies along with me. So I've shared the first 2 weeks of my December spreads in my previous video, and now this is the one I'm most excited for. Since we are away for Christmas, there was no point in decorating our house this year, so I felt like I've been missing out on that festive holiday spirit a little bit. Thus, I'm going all out with decorating my planner this year. I really want to feel that Christmas spirit. I really want to feel it, that merry little feeling in my chest. So to begin, I'm just going through my sticker books as usual and pulling some things out to settle on a color scheme for this spread. I settled on a festive theme of mainly reds and greens and also a pop of light blue. As you'll see in a little bit, I went a little bit crazy with the stickers, but I have to say these are possibly two of my favorite spreads I've ever done, and just looking at them brings me joy. So as you can see, I began with using this green scalloped washi sticker from the seasonal washi book, and then I began playing around with the layout from there, trying to balance out the different colors and play with where I wanted to put things. I haven't really explored washi tape that much. I think I find it a bit intimidating, mainly because a lot of them have these bold patterns and I find it hard to match them to other stickers, but I really loved the selection in the washi book and I have been so thrilled and so excited to use it since I bought it earlier in the year, in probably like March I think. Since this is my first year using a Happy Planner, festive spreads are something that I've built up so much excitement for, but there is something about them that is just so exciting for me. I don't know why. For example, with Halloween, I don't even celebrate Halloween, but I went all out on a Halloween themed spread and I absolutely loved it and had so much fun doing it. At this point, I am going in with some more square and rectangular structured stickers to kind of balance out the spread. The reason that I am filling this spread up so much is because I am still overseas for these weeks, so these spreads, and I don't have a lot of tasks to write in my planner. I don't know what we're doing for most of the days. Usually it's just going out somewhere, going out to meet with someone, catch up with someone, have lunch with some family or something like that. So there's not a whole lot of things for me to write. I probably will have only about 1 or 2 things to write for each day, probably just something like went out for lunch with so and so. So I am not too worried about leaving a lot of blank space, and I really did just want it to seem full and festive and as merry as possible. One thing I did do in this spread that I have only probably done 1 or 2 other times is use some of the rectangular pattern stickers and cut them diagonally down the center to make triangles and use them to layer boxes, and I actually really liked the effect this gave. It made things really interesting and contrasted a lot of the other square shapes that are used in this spread as well. I used a lot of small transparent stickers in these spreads as well, such as stars and snowflakes, which I thought were honestly such a nice touch. They made things look so beautiful and helped fill up a lot of the blank space, but keep things looking more irregular and flow naturally than just having squares and lines all over the place as well. The main sticker books that I used for this spread were, as I mentioned, the seasonal washi book, as well as the plain seasonal sticker book and the Christmas Joy sticker book. Initially going into this spread and also the other one, just generally speaking about seasonal spreads, I was quite anxious in how they would turn out. I was a little bit worried because looking at the sticker books, there were so many different themes and color schemes that I was drawn to, and I was worried about my ability to kind of pull them off in a way that's more unique but also really cohesive. So I was a bit stressed about that. It sounds so silly, but I was kind of worried. I am quite a perfectionist, and I was worried that I wouldn't settle on something that I loved, but I was wrong. I actually really adore this spread. I love the color scheme and I love the layout. It's much different to things I usually do, much more cluttered, but also much more festive and so much more fun than spreads that I usually do. And I think that if there is any time in the year to go all out for your spreads and go crazy with stickers, it is definitely the festive Christmas season. You can see I used a lot of patterns, but also a lot of colorful boxes and some fun transparent quote stickers. And here are the finishing touches. This is how the spread turned out. I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the colors together. The green and the red, and also that light blue is actually so stunning, and I could not be more happy with it. Moving on to the next week, this spread is actually for the week of Christmas. In this spread, I wanted to go for colors that were a little bit more non-traditional. So obviously in the first one, I had the red and green and a bit of gold, which are the classic Christmas colors that everyone thinks of and people usually have around their house this time of year. But I wanted to go for a more pink and navy blue theme and a little bit of red as well. Much alike the first spread, I started with this scalloped washi. I am a sucker for scalloped edges. I don't know why, I absolutely love them, but I also think it's a great way to spruce up the top and bottoms of a page so the content doesn't look like it's all squished towards the middle. And for the bottom, I went for this light blue that said ho 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 on it, which I actually thought contrasted really well with some of the colors in these other stickers that had pink but also hints of light blue as well. I like that between the two spreads, the one for the last week and for this one, there is that common color of red and that light blue, and I think it's stunning, honestly. In this part, you'll see I'm just pulling out a bunch more stickers, trying to visualize the theme and pick what I'm actually going to use. I spend an insane amount of time looking at stickers and trying to decide on my theme. I've only noticed this recently since I have been filming these plan with me's, but yeah, I spend way too much time just flipping through sticker books. The footage from that first spread that I did was literally over 40 minutes long because I spent so much time just trying to decide what stickers I need to use. A lot of the plan with me videos that I watch are filmed in real time and the voiceovers and everything are done live, but I just can't live like that because A, it's way too long. You would literally see me flipping through sticker books for hours at a time, and B, I can't speak on command like that. The randomest things would just come out of my mouth and it would not be good for anyone. Also, when I am planning, I get so in the zone. I'm almost like completely silent, just thinking and strategically placing things. It's honestly one of the most relaxing things for me to do. I go so in my head and just think about the shapes and the patterns and the colors, and it's a nice distraction from, the usual everyday stresses of life. So it would be a bit of a mess if I just tried talking as I went, because honestly, as I'm going, I have no idea what I'm doing. You'll see me place stickers and remove them or replace them 100 times throughout my videos because I'm just an indecisive person, but I settle on what I like best and I get there eventually. So I think that's all that matters, and you see the final result. If I hadn't have sped up this footage, it would have been almost 2 hours long. And A, that would be a long time for me to fill with voiceover. It would be a nightmare to edit and export. And B, I doubt anyone would stick around that long, to be honest. Anyway, you can see I'm going through and I used a lot of the same techniques that I did in the first spread, aka breaking up the sections into little zones using washi or long thin pieces of patterns. And then I also had a lot of these patterns that I broke diagonally, and I actually love the way that they look in these spreads. I have done it once or twice, I think, maybe the whole year in my happy planner, but I definitely think that's something I'm going to explore more next year because I really love the effect that it gives, especially when you layer boxes over them. It's simply beautiful. I was a bit iffy about this color scheme in the beginning. I was like, oh, maybe it's too different, it's not traditional enough, but I honestly am obsessed and in love with this spread. It is non-traditional, but it's still so festive, especially with the extra stickers and accents that I put in, and it just feels so me. I love pink. You probably noticed if you've seen any of my content and my Instagram posts, but I just love the tones in this spread. You probably noticed I also popped in a little cheeky flight sticker there because I totally forgot that is the day I'm flying back home. But I was able to remedy that, and luckily the sticker matches the theme pretty perfectly. I do find it ironic that so many of the Christmas stickers are snow or ice or winter themed, and unfortunately I do live in Australia and it's sweltering hot here at Christmas, and where I'll be for Christmas is also Manila, which is also sweltering hot and humid, which is humorous, but this is gonna make me feel festive. There is something about these designs and traditional Christmas designs that just give me this warm and fuzzy feeling inside my chest and make me feel so joyous. And here we have the finished second Christmas spread. I am low-key obsessed with it. I adore it, and I've found myself staring at it a couple times now because it's so adorable. So here is a quick overview of how the spread looks in a little bit of slow motion so you can really absorb the beauty. I'm joking, maybe you want to take some inspiration from it, I don't know. But here is the first one in its traditional or more traditional colors, and the second one, the more pink and rosy themed one. I love them equally, they are my beautiful children, and I'm feeling so festive right now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching again. Please like and subscribe if you want to. I'm wishing you all a lovely festive season no matter what you celebrate, and hoping you have a lovely new year as well. I will be back with a happy planner flip through for this year sometime in early 2020, so I will see you guys soon. Bye!